Oh. Just had to be raised a little bit, I guess. Well. Let's get ready to fly. It's nighttime. I've had a couple beers. And I'm ready to fly a Vision jet. Oh. Here we go. Let's see, is it better over there? I think it might be. Or like this view right there. A little something onto that side. What is this? What is this? Alright, now we're good to go.
Ground service high. This is flight VI 1910 parking 17. Please begin passing.
Audio check. Looking good. Looking good.
They're on their way.
Cool.
Have a good flight. Ladies and gents, be welcome.
Alright, we are making moves here.
I'm expecting a bastard baby. So if you speed up a bit, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, Chris, I didn't realize you were in a hurry. I can go out long and ahead and expedite this trip on your behalf. All I'll need is a little bit of a OTPGH check. Something, a little treat on the way. Maybe a little tip for your driver. Oh, yeah. Normal pilot stuff. Alright, shit, what are we up to here? Alright, let's see. Non-VFR departure. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know that's what I want. En route, fun. Arrival, fun. Approach, fun. And what is our altitude call for? That we'll find out. Either way, we're looking good, don't we? Yep.
Good morning, Cap. Today you've got the pleasure of taking
Well,
Mr.
what are we working with? Let's take a
Close to
look.
one of our top clients. Book the flight for him. Provide him with the finest service on behalf of our company. I know I can count on you. Have a nice flight.
Whoops. Definitely want to close that before you take off. Pro tip for any would-be pilots out there. Sync up. We're good. Go back home. Clear that bullshit. And what we're really gonna want to do is set an approach. Oh, what does our flight plan take us to today? Taking out in Jersey, looking somewhere in like West Virginia, maybe. But Van Halen on our last one there. Taking right into runway 05. Cool, select approach. Vector straight is what we want. Go ahead and load that into our system. And back, wait. We'll just note. Right, accept initialization. One last thing I always forget. Popping speed bugs. Let's look at the balance over here. I don't really know what to look for. I'm just like still trying to understand it, but most of this shit you can kind of just guess your way through it, to be honest. This is not a substitute for actual flight training, that's for sure. But it does help you understand the concepts. And right now, we are going to go ahead and, well, I'm going to skip it, but I initially want to tune this weather channel here, get a sense of what our barometer is probably, but I can just hit comma, and if I had to change it, it would. And it would tell me the wind, but like, pardon me. Oh. But I don't really care. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and follow these procedures, tune local traffic, and gonna hit 5, which is, wait, shit, 2, now it's taxi, boom.
Kilo Delta Yankee Lima traffic. Alpha Sierra.
Alright, what did I definitely forget? We're still not trimmed and flaps are still not in takeoff position. But that's all fine. So today I am flying with a VKB Gladiator with an extension for the right hand on a joystick and an Omni Throttle Space Edition on the left side. I have modified it slightly, like as instructed in their manuals, to take out the spring and rely on the dampeners for the forward and back throttle, so like it stays in a position when I take my hand off, basically. Sorry. A lifelong fucked up nose, and I sneeze and it's game over. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our airline personnel, we would like to welcome you on board Flight VI 1910 bound for Bayside. Our flight time will be 37 minutes. We expect an on-time departure, and we're currently ready for takeoff. I will keep you informed of any key updates as we go through the flight. Thank you.
Anyways, so we've got my ungrateful passengers on board. I think they're ready to pray to their God and, hope for the best when it comes to our arrival and landing. Takeoff, it's fine. I wouldn't tell them not to worry about that, but, the rest of it, God knows. Now it's takeoff. That's going to be 5. Depart straight out. Boom.
Kilo Delta Yankee Lima traffic. Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Taking off runway 5. Departing
Here we are, runway 5.
Yankee Lima traffic.
Go ahead and adjust our takeoff trim and probe heat on. Shift 1 brings me right there. Probe heat. Shift space. Pull out. Throttle all the way forward. Trim again at 5. That'll do. This is the thin runway. Speed bugs are on, so we'll go ahead and just look for that like 85 mile per hour mark. Oop. Stay on center line. And go ahead and peel off a little bit. Go ahead and retract landing gear right away. We're looking to climb to 5,000 feet. Gonna trim down because the takeoff attitude in this is crazy. Oh, this is nice. I've been flying in Europe all this time, and all of a sudden, I am beginning to recognize the areas that I'm flying in. Cost me like, I think, like $6 to ship this plane across the Atlantic, but I think it was well worth it.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is clear to Victor Golf 18 Airport.
So what I'll be thinking about doing here is, one, orienting myself on a good climb with like the magenta heading, which is right in my MFD in the middle there, that magenta line, and also getting the correct altitude and all that. Nice part about a Vision Jet is once you understand how things work, you can just pretty much have it do it all for you. I still have no autopilot engaged whatsoever, but okay. This is kind of what I like to do is get my trim in something somewhat stable. It's actually easier in a Cessna 172. I found. You know, I'm still new to jets, but getting a trim perfectly stable is kind of hard. So I just want to buy myself some time. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on autopilot. I'm gonna go ahead and I should have done that before takeoff. But again, just give me actually something close. That's fine. I now have engaged FLC. Flight level control, something like that. Essentially what I'll use to change altitudes. Just a way better version of it, honestly. Cool. We're also going to intersect with our heading here. You can see this bar is to the left of the plane. You like to keep that heading in between these two. And yeah, I'm gonna flip on nav mode. Once I've done that, once I've also reached my cruising altitude, oh fuck, what I do here? Well, there's something that's on, and on. I'll try those two things. Altitude 10.6. We only need 5,000 though. Alright, hold on.
Going to 133.15. Spirit Wings 1456.
Oh, we're on New York. Let's go.
New York Center, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is passing.
That's where we are. Somewhere out there at least.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, New York Center, altimeter tree 025. Radar contact continue.
Alright, nice. We are climbing. And the radio is fucked. That tends to happen. Sometimes you're going to get dinged for ATC violations that are bullshit. It's too bad.
New York Center, radar contact continued. United 17 tree, 9er contact New York Center on 1 tree, 5.45. Good day.
Oh, that was just the worst fart. Oh my god.
Going to 1 tree, 5.45. United 17
Shit. Shit. Well. Well. That's fun. Looks like this is fucked.
New York Center, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, requesting vector to
Alright, ATC's not feeling fucking amped this
X-ray Golf
time.
Sierra. Continue to Haber, following heading 260. Proceed on course.
Yeah, I followed that, but
to Haber, following heading 260. Resume on navigation. X-Ray Golf Sierra.
okay.
New York Center, X-Ray Golf Sierra, request 13,000.
X-ray Golf Sierra, climb and maintain 13,000.
Yeah, I like that better. I don't really know what's going on with that bullshit. We
X-ray
should
Golf
start
Sierra.
climbing.
Hear my last transmission?
Climb and maintain
If not, I do
13,000.
not know what's going on here, and it's fucking annoying. Alright, Haber 13,000. We've got our altitude selected at 13K, perfect. Nav on, FLC on. Really don't know why this isn't working.
Critter tree 20 contact, New York Center on 1 tree, 5.45. Good day.
Cool, so IFR is fucked up. This whole thing is fucked up. Pretty sure I'm not doing anything wrong. Flaps are still up. That might be something to do with it. God damn it, Powell. You fucking idiot. Yep. That explains it. It sure does. God. That is the second time I've done that tonight, but that's fine. Oh. Oh, shit. I think I should go ahead and put all probe heats on. That's nice. Well, you know, that's what IFR is for. Go ahead and defog windshield. You know, maybe even raise that to the max there. Yeah, so frost on the windshield's not good. You don't want to see that. but it's super easy to handle in this. And honestly, as long as actually we can go ahead in here, double check that is loaded in already.
Generic 4 Hotel, Juliet.
I can go in here and check aircraft systems, ice protection, and over here, see what we're looking at here. From what I understand, as long as everything's like nothing's below like -7,
New York Center.
I should be fine.
267 is at 10,000, climbing 11,000.
This stall speed high is ice related, and it fucks me with everything I do. I don't know how to stop it, you know, whatever. I just learned to live with it. Full flaps on descent is just not a luxury I can afford, apparently, in this plane, but
New York Center, altimeter.
never really been an issue.
Radar contact continue.
Yikes, God.
Generic 7 Charlie.
Ah, every single flight.
Maintain 11,000
Don't worry, people. Those are supposed to be removed once you're at cruise altitude.
X-ray Golf,
Very normal stuff.
New York Center
Don't worry
on
about it at all.
5.45. Good day.
Ooh. Not what you want on the windshield. That's kind of sloppy, for being honest.
Runway 22 approach. Generic 7 Charlie Lima. Country 5.
But, yeah.
Golf Sierra.
Should have known. It is wintertime. I am here. It's the coldest day of the year, actually. And I'm at 10,000 feet, so, you know, that's kind of its own thing, too. But whatever.
1456 contact Washington Center on 124.775.
Cool.
Good day.
So far, actually, despite the fogging on the windshield and me being an idiot, pretty smooth operation.
Is passing 11,300, climbing 13,000.
We are currently lined up in nav mode with our autopilot, so pretty much flying is handling itself as long as I have set the proper altitude set, and am following like a semblance of a flight plan, but I have an approach programmed as well. Oh, okay, wait. Further than I thought, but hold on. Very important aspect here. Straight, that is loaded in. If I can go ahead and double check our flight plan. Final 2077. Also altimeter 30.27. And ship 2077. So altitude select 021. Let's go ahead and preload this. Shit, fuck you. And toggle VNav. Get path. Alright. Nice. We are currently ready to go. We're going to hold this altitude until we get to a certain waypoint on our flight plan where we will automatically descend and follow a vector directly to the airport. And it's going to go right in its butthole. We can double check what that looks like. Flight plan, VNav. Nope. What is that? Oh. Ah, it's this. Approach, preview, show on map.
2418. Descend and maintain 10,000. Expect vectors.
That's not us.
9 right approach.
Well, I'm still kind of guessing on this part, if I'm being honest. Not really sure how this is going to go, but I'm confident in this approach method. This nav line is going to get us in a good approach with the airport, at which point I will disengage autopilot for the most part, but I'll be on a nice, like, glide path to the runway at that point, so fuck it.
Tower
on 1 tree.
Easy peasy.
5.1. X-ray Gulf
Looking
Sierra.
nice.
Traffic is 11
Oh.
o'clock. 4 miles at 9,200 generic. Report
Never have I actually seen the airplane they tell me about. So I'll be honest, traffic's not in sight. Like, what do you want to do? I don't know. Look at that. Beautiful out. This is a hell of a plane.
Descend and maintain 2000.
Mini Cooper of the skies.
135.1 United 2418.
Just as cool, you know. Nothing special, but cool. Has its place.
Expect vectors visual runway 9er right approach.
Honestly, if anyone's on the stream, which I'm sure no one is, my goal is to follow the meta progression path in career mode until I can just start buying stupid planes to do pretty stupid missions, because I think that's where the real value is here. And by that, I mean I want to buy like a DHC-2 Beaver with skis and start doing bush missions up in northern Canada. Some people are playing this game to get those, you know, AC-20s, whatever the fuck they're called, but no, I don't think I want to go that route. I think I want the Great North, great outdoors. I want to maybe like run into a grizzly bear on a really short landing or something. Or find a purpose for the Draco Bush plane, because that thing is badass as fuck, and I don't really know what it's for. And tail draggers bother the shit out of me. But I have the sense if I'm not taxiing through fucking LaGuardia, it's not as big of an issue. Instead of a 747, I'm just worried about moose shit, then, you know, I'm a little less concerned about what I can see as I'm navigating my way to the runway. Anyways. My long-term goal is actually kinda to go backwards. Have enough money to not really care, but still, like, have that common denominator, like, make career feel more alive. I suffer from that, you know, classic thing where if there are not consequences to my actions, I will lose interest in the game. There has to be rules. Like, I need credits and currency as like, you know, reward system. Where I can buy new shit or risks things. Like, I'm doing pretty good, but if I crash this plane like 3 times in a row, I'd be bankrupt. You know, that's the consequences. And the purchase prices of these planes are very inconsistent. This and like the bush plane I cost the same. Or bush plane I want cost the same, which makes absolutely no sense. I mean, look at this fucking thing. This thing is a work of modern art. That's just a compacted shit jet right there. We're flying at 13,000 feet. This thing's good to like 29,000 feet and 250 knots. Insane. Also, this is a parachute I can pull in the event of emergency. You'd probably want your engine turned off and your ground speed a lot lower. Additionally, if I were to die or you know, have really bad diarrhea, so actually I, you know, had a forward motion in my seat and my head took off and hit the top of this as a direct of volatile diarrhea and I had a concussion and passed out, these folks, all they'd really have to do once they were able to breathe is hit this big red button. And safe and very miserable, shitty return enabled. Now, I have yet to just summon it in-game and hit this button. I don't know why. I'll never do it in-game once. Like, I'd rather just lose the mission than, you know, whatever. But, cool. That's a real thing. According to, like, 2 YouTube videos I've watched. So, yeah. take everything I say with a grain of salt. Except how fucking beautiful that is. God damn. You know, you never see this view in an airplane, right? And you're just flying level on the clouds. Right above it, the texture, the mystery of what's going on below you, the separation of one layer of a cake and one on top of it, you know, it's just fucking wild. Imagine if you knew nothing about Earth and you just spawned right here. What did you think? There was water. I don't know. Fucking cool. Well, you guys having a good flight? You just raw dogging this one, huh? That's pretty rough, but I mean, very nice, really nice mustache. You know, if I'm being honest. Oh, sorry about that. Oh God, we're all gonna die. We're fine. Sorry. Wait, did I fuck up? Nav. Seems like we're way off target. Oh, I'm stressed out. Fuck off. I'm sorry. That was actually really bad. So, we seem to have lost some semblance of our autopilot. Not exactly sure what happened. We're still 20 minutes from the time of descent. I think we're re-engaged. Auto throttle FMS on. Autopilot flight director nav. Vertical nav with altitude hold. Should be fine. I think I upset the failed parameters of my own sticks here. Move them too much. Things disabled. Well, this is a big part of Microsoft Flight Simulator. You know, you probably wonder, when do you skip? This is the part where you don't actually, you know, fucking kill some time. Currently, I'm experiencing back problems from sitting in this chair and playing this game. I gotta figure out a new system. Yeah, it's really fucking annoying how they work the reward system here, though. You get a gigantic bonus for not skipping this. The cruise section of it, or even the taxiing, or going to parking and turning off your engines and that dumb shit, or startup. It's all broken up into 6 or 7 segments of any flight. From a cold start to your cruise and your descent, your taxi, your turning off the engine. And, that's an oversimplification, but if you don't skip any of it, you get payout a lot higher. And it's fucking annoying because if I could just skip ahead, right now, 16,000 nautical miles, I can still engage in all the... I can still take part in all, the actual, engagement of this flight without the fucking sitting around and wondering what I should do. But the economies of scale are not worth it if you're gonna skip everything. So something got to be okay with. And you know, I tend to watch a good amount of TV on my off monitor.
Altimeter tree 024.
I'm floating the idea of being able to play a different game, actually. Like, not in these short flights. Hold on. Thought I was descending. Just an illusion with the clouds. Have it going here and be able to play like Arc Raiders on the TV behind me with my friends. Oh. Capo's on the wrong spot. I have to get a crown replaced, and it's not a fun feeling. Those are my 1,000 viewers. How are we out? How are we doing tonight? Aha!